Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Febblina Daryanes, student registration number 200534153H. I'm a student at Rio University, majoring in English Education, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. In this video, I would like to present to complete my environmental science and disaster mitigation assignments with lecturers Ms. Febblina Daryanes and Bibi. These materials I got from the Climate Action and Language Education webinar that I have joined last week with the amazing speakers. So, this program is held by British Council Indonesia in collaboration with Kathleen, the teaching of English in Indonesia as the fourth language. Let's go to the topic. Do you know what is the climate change? Yes, the climate change is a long-term change in the average weather patterns that have come to define Earth's local, regional, and global climates. These changes have a broad range of observed effects that are synonymous with the term. What is the Climate Connections? The Climate Connections is a global program created by the British Council that includes a special series focused on climate actions and environmental sustainability in English language teaching and learning called Climate Action in Language Education. Climate change and language education, two sides of the same coin. The damage our community does to the environment and what we can do about it. The damage our community does to the environment that every industry or every community does a little bit. So, for example, how could our school be a greener schools, or in use of energy, or in use of paper? In the Climate Action and Language Education webinar, several online surveys were conducted, which were followed by teachers, institutions, publishers, and teenage students. So, the first is gender. In global survey results, it's about 72% is female and 26% is male. And in Indonesia results, 74% is female and 24% is male. It's so amazingly because it have very similar results. The second is, how often do you incorporate environmental issues or climate change topic into your lessons? In global results, 45% said sometimes, 37% said rarely, and 11% said often. And in Indonesia results, 49% said sometimes, 22% said rarely, and 19% said often. So that again, Indonesia got sometimes was the largest response, but here was some different results. The third is, how often do you use environmental issues or climate change topics in project work with your students? And again, similar research to this question, the majority of Indonesian results is the largest group of they are saying sometimes, but again, there's this difference between rarely and often with the global survey response. The fourth is, adult students are engaged by climate change related topic. In globally, 53% said that adult learners were engaged by climate change topic, but here in Indonesia, it had a huge 75% said yes. So this is a bit of a difference, a bigger proportion of we think that adult learners in Indonesia are engaged by climate-related topic. The fifth is, teenage students are engaged by climate-related topic. In globally, 62% said yes, so we're engaged, but here we got 71%, so higher proportion in Indonesia, again very positive response. The sixth is, young students are engaged by climate-related topic. Well, 58% of the global responses from 109 countries said yes, and Indonesia again really positive, 67% saying yes, young people are engaged by climate-related topics. The seventh is, do you encourage your students to discuss climate change and sustainability in their communities and families? Globally, teachers said yes, they do that 77%. And in Indonesia, it's likely higher. Well done. I think it's very good. 81% encouraging their students to go home to talk about these issues with their families and their communities. Again, a positive results, but still 18%, almost 20%. That's one in 5 saying no. The H is climate change themes should be embedded throughout each unit in a course book. 45% of the global audience said yes and agreed that they should be embedded throughout each unit is quite fascinating. The 9 is, are you encouraged by your institution to incorporate climate topics into your teaching? In globally, 57% said yes, and in Indonesia, 68%, which is very positive response. The 10 is, my institution provides training and support for teachers wishing to integrate climate change content into teaching practice. We can see that not many in the global respond yes, almost 70% are not getting much training. In Indonesia, slightly better, but still is much better results. But still, the majority is saying that they haven't received training from their institution. And the 11th, I need some professional development on integrating climate issues into my classes. In globally, you can see agree and agree strongly. This is almost 80%. And in Indonesia, wow, this is 95%, which is why teachers are here today. In the last, are you planning on including climate-related topics in lesson in the future? In globally, 84% said yes, but in Indonesia, 94% said yes. So this is really interesting results from our teacher survey. So the next we're coming to the key question really is, why should you integrate climate content into your teaching and how can you do this? All those involved in English language education, we need to consider how we might contribute to building a safer and more sustainable world and how English language students, wherever they may be, might be encouraged to analyze, understand, and act on environmental problems. Okay, so the question is, why should you? Because it's a crisis. The impact of climate crisis and climate emergency is getting more and more serious, and the need for everybody to act is becoming more and more apparent. The second is because climate change education is critical important. It's an essential element and it's been highlighted by countries and international organizations around the world. Several countries around the world have started integrating climate change education into their curriculum. And the last is because it's preparing our learners from the future, and that is what teachers do. Climate change education is going to be incredibly important, and we're going to need to adapt to new green jobs and possibly being able to understand the challenges by climate change and deal with those challenges, and it's young people that are gonna have to live in that future, and it's our jobs as teachers to prepare them so. The next is practical ideas for integrating climate content into ELT classrooms. So the last question is, how can you? There are some tips on how you could be a greener teacher. The first is raise your awareness along with your students. The second is personalize the course book, create your own lessons. The third is make use of pre-research, including non-ELT. The fourth is embed sustainability throughout your teaching. The fifth is go outside, teach outdoor. The sixth is do green project with your students. The seventh is join a community of practice, start your own. And the last is continue your own professional development. So that's all about climate action and language education that I got from the webinar last week. I hope this material can be useful for all of you and can be applied in our daily life, especially in our environmental. So thanks for watching and bye bye.